Hi everyone! Before we begin this video, I would like to ask you a question. Suppose you have £500,000 budget. Would you prefer to invest in a small unit in the center of a major city in the UK that offers both appreciation and high rental returns while also having the option to live in it? Or would you opt for a larger property in a smaller city? Alternatively, would you consider buying 5 smaller properties for rental purposes in a small city? If you believe that all three options provide similar returns, given that the return rates are the same due to the size of the property, then this video is perfect for you. Just think back to Singapore 20 years ago, where many people also invested a few $100,000 in properties. However, why is it that after 20 years, some people's properties are now worth tens of millions, while others are only worth a few million? If you don't want to repeat the mistakes made by those individuals 20 years ago and wish to turn things around in the UK, today I'll show you how the rich and even institutional investors choose properties in the UK. This channel primarily utilizes our years of experience in buying and selling properties in the UK to share valuable insights and information about the UK property market. We aim to find the most suitable properties in the UK together. If you are interested in the UK property market, let's subscribe to this channel to receive regular updates and knowledge about the UK property market. In the comment section below, there is a free Manchester property guide available for everyone. We hope it will help you gain more information about UK properties. Alright, I understand that some of you might question why individuals like us with only a few £100,000 in funds should look at how the rich or institutional investors buy properties. They have ample resources, and their methods may not be suitable for ordinary people like us. But let me ask you a question. Do you invest in stocks? When you buy stocks, don't you look at different institutions, banks, or even wealthy individuals like Warren Buffett and how they invest in stocks? In reality, you are already playing the same game as the rich, but you always trust your own judgment, which keeps you as an ordinary person. The funds of institutional investors are often referred to as smart money. Do you think you are smarter than these institutions? Considering that buying a property is such a significant decision, you shouldn't rely solely on your own judgment, right? Therefore, what we need to do is follow the smart money and invest in properties based on the overall trend. So how do the rich purchase properties? Returning to the question mentioned at the beginning of the video, would you choose to buy a small unit in a major city or a larger property in a smaller city? Or perhaps opt for multiple smaller properties? The majority of ordinary individuals would likely choose to buy a larger property in a smaller city because it offers a spacious living area and it feels like £500,000 is well spent. That's correct if you only seek a retirement life away from the hustle and bustle without considering the education and job prospects of your children and grandchildren, with no expectations of property appreciation and no plans to rent out the property for passive income. In that case, choosing a larger property is a reasonable decision. However, if you desire property appreciation, high rental returns, and the option to live in it, many investment experts would advise you to take the £500,000 originally allocated for a larger property and instead purchase 5 smaller properties. You can live in one of them and rent out the other 4, generating rental income. Remember this concept. Smaller properties are easier to rent out. It's because the rental prices for smaller properties are lower, making them more affordable for general market. Even if your current tenant moves out, you'll easily find someone else interested in renting. Additionally, as I mentioned in this video, an increasing number of people in the UK are choosing to rent instead of buying properties. So you won't have to worry about high vacancy rates. Just imagine, if you bought a luxury property, who could afford to rent it? Finding tenants would already be a significant challenge. Moreover, due to high demand for smaller properties, both rental prices and property values increase more rapidly. Therefore, compared to buying a single large property, purchasing multiple smaller properties offers higher returns. However, in reality, wealthy individuals and institutional investors do not choose to buy multiple smaller properties in smaller cities. They primarily focus on purchasing properties in major cities, particularly in the central business district (CBD). Do ordinary individuals like us really have the ability to buy properties in the CBD of major cities? Absolutely. The concepts I'm about to share may challenge your existing logic. If needed, feel free to grab a pen and paper to jot down notes. I'll also provide some real examples from major cities for you to consider. Firstly, why do smart investors choose to buy properties in major cities? Just think about Malaysia. Which area have the highest rental yields and property appreciation rates? It's undoubtedly Kuala Lumpur and in the prime districts. These areas boast top-notch transportation, infrastructure, economy development, population flow, and housing demand, all of which are the highest in Malaysia. History has shown us that despite claims of property bubble and prediction of a market crash for decades, even after events like the pandemic, the property prices in major cities like KL have never experienced a market crash. Even if there are temporary price declines, they quickly rebound and surpass previous highs. Many wealthy individuals recognize the rapid appreciation in property prices and rental yields, allowing them to accumulate considerable wealth within just a few years. The reason why the CBD and core areas of major cities are highly valued is because there is a limited supply of such prime locations. As development expands, the only available option is to develop the surrounding areas. However, these peripheral areas gradually become less valuable because their lack of scarcity and high demand found in the CBD. Throughout the years, you will find that the most valuable locations in cities like KL are still the CBD areas, primarily because they house major corporations and businesses. The concentration of large enterprises in the CBD creates a thriving economy hub, which further drives up property value in these prime districts. Some may argue that they cannot afford to buy a property in the CBD. However, purchasing property in the CBD is not as difficult as you think. While we prefer buying property in major cities, we opt for smaller units. Just think about who buy these units. They are mostly executives working in the CBD. What are their reasons for renting these units? Convenient for commuting to work. They don't spend much time at home, so they don't need a large living space. Living accommodations similar to hotels are sufficient. Therefore, don't think that only luxury properties can be rented out. Small units are highly sought after by professionals in the workforce, and they also help save costs. In addition to property appreciation, since these locations are at the core of CBD, there is no need to worry about a lack of tenants or a lack of buyers when you want to sell. Moreover, those who choose to rent in these areas are usually high-income or professional individuals who have the ability to pay rent. Instances of problematic tenants are rare. Just look at institutional investors. They continually purchase properties in the core areas of major cities. One important factor about these core areas is that they are always given priority in terms of development. Each development cycle leads to a rise in property prices and rental rates. If you are buying a property for your own residence, you might wonder why so many people are eager to live in the prime districts like the Central Business District, despite the high prices. These core areas are usually the financial centers of a city, featuring top-notch companies, prestigious schools, excellent security systems, and generally better safety. Your neighbors would consist of high-income individuals, even corporate executives. Just imagine how easy it would be to connect with other affluent individuals when you visit social clubs. Your social cycle, as well as that of your children, would revolve around these people, opening up more career opportunities for you. You might ask, if I live there myself, can I still generate rental income? Is there a way to buy a property in the CBD with limited funds, rent it out, live there as well? In fact, many CBD properties in the UK now offer double suite design. This means that within one unit, there are two separate rooms with their own bathrooms, while the living room and kitchen are shared. As mentioned earlier, those who rent in the CBD are usually high-level professionals. In the UK, many executives opt to share accommodations and they don't spend much time at home, so you need not worry about living with unknown individuals. In fact, you have more opportunities to interact with these high-level executives in the UK. Therefore, if you are single and don't mind sharing a living space, these dual-key properties are highly suitable for you. How can ordinary individuals like us afford a property in the CBD? In reality, it's not as difficult to buy a property in the core areas of major UK cities. If you have a family and prefer not to share accommodations, with £500,000, you can buy a 2-bedroom unit in the CBD. Today, let's talk about the property in the core areas of Manchester, one of the major cities in the UK, and see what kind of properties you can buy with £500,000. For those who have watched my previous video, you would know that Manchester is the second most popular city following London. It is renowned for its prestigious schools and universities. You can find more detail in that video, and don't forget to check out the Manchester Property Guide in the comments section for a free copy. Now let's take an example from One Port Street, a prominent development by Select Property in the core area of Manchester. Select Property has already established a strong presence in Manchester's core areas with several notable projects. One Port Street consists of 3 buildings, but 2 of them were already purchased by the Dubai royal family before the sales launch. Hence, the rest of first buyer can only have access to the remaining building. Since its sales launch in February, over 300 units have already been snapped up. Today, let's take a small investment perspective and explore this development. One Port Street, located in the northern quarter of Manchester city centre, M1 district. The M1 district is the most central area in Manchester. As you can see, the designs here are all about luxury, targeting high-end residents who work in the CBD. If you plan to buy and rent out a unit, you won't have to worry about finding tenants because there will be the affluent individuals working in the CBD. Times Out magazine even rated this development as one of the most stylish neighborhoods in the world in 2022. It has excellent transportation links, including proximity to light rail, train and future high-speed rail stations, providing convenient access to the city and various parts of the UK. One Port Street focuses on upscale living and is tailored for those seeking a high-quality lifestyle. Inside, you'll find amenities such as a gym, swimming pool, private club, rooftop lounge, co-working spaces and private dining. The units come in various sizes, starting from £325,000 for a 1-bedroom, £430,000 for a 2-bedroom, and £570,000 for a 3-bedroom. If you are interested, feel free to leave a comment and let us know. We will also release a detailed video in the future to introduce more properties worth considering. Alright, I believe many of you are eager to know about applying for mortgages in the UK and how to safely invest in off-plan properties without encountering issues like unfinished projects. I'll address all these topics and share practical tips in a dedicated video in the future. Drawing from my years of experience in buying and selling properties in the UK, I aim to assist you in finding the right property. Additionally, there's a free copy of the Manchester Property Guide available in the section comment for you to grab and learn more about the city of Manchester. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe and comment to support us. This will motivate us to continue creating similar content and help YouTube recommend this video to more friends. See you next week.